on.
Do you have any regrets, like Frank Sinatra said in that song?
I've had a few. Yes, there was a couple. Not really regrets. I don't think you could really regret or use the word regret for things that happen while you're doing something you don't know anything about. Like getting Compound Media going, having an ex-NYP lieutenant running the show. It was bound to have be a comedy of errors without much of the comedy part. So, it happened. It was what it was. I think it was 10 really fun years. And, mistakes. Yeah. Here's what I probably should have done when Aaron left. I probably either should have replaced Aaron with somebody or not given Geno Aaron's pay. I doubled Geno's pay when Aaron left. But,
Wait, you gave him all the money, all the loot?
Yes. The budget for their show was split between Geno and Aaron. And then when Aaron left, I just said, yeah, keep it all. Fuck it.
That's insane.
It is insane. But, I like
Geno. These prices are insane.
I like Geno. I like hanging out.
Yeah, but then Geno, oh my God,
almost
Geno
killed me.
No, but
almost kills me with whiskey.
Yeah, but then Geno must have think like this is the greatest thing I've ever done, running off Aaron Berg.
The only good part is it made it that much more painful when he was fired.
That's what I'm saying. So it set himself up. For a while, it was the greatest thing that ever happened to him.
Yes.
And then he lost his gig, and now he's like, what the fuck am I going to do now?
It's a hard gig to replace financially, I would think. But Geno's...
Yeah, but no one's going to pay him. I mean, who's going to pay him to do what you paid him to do?
He's a strapping young Italian man. He'll do fine.
He won't. He won't.
That's
my prediction.
Look, I'm certainly not making what I was making at NEW or Sirius XM satellite radio. Losing those gigs, I understand what it's like to lose
you put money away. You didn't live in East Harlem when you worked at Sirius Satellite Radio. Across the room, the projects like the Jeffersons.
Point taken.
I'm moving on up.
Moving on up, yeah.
Oh, the best part was, who's that guy who opens for Attell, the guy with the beard? He's bisexual. I mean, with the weird mustache. Somebody in the free chat tell me. Anyway, he did my show one time, and you were in the booth screaming at the fucking credit card people, or either the tech people or when you guys switched the tech company.
Tech people, yeah.
So you're in the green room before your show, after my show, screaming. And what's that fucking guy's name? Somebody in the free chat. He opens for Ian Fidance.
Oh, okay.
He's so annoying anyway. And so he does my show, and I could see that maybe it's not a good time to talk to Anthony right now. You're the door, I think, for the control room is open. But you're literally screaming like, "Oh fuck it! If I have to go down there myself and fuck people up, I will." So Ian's like, Ian goes, he's trying to get your attention. You have your back to us, and he's like, Anthony, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And then you turn around and you're like, "What?" And he's like, "Thanks for having me." You're like, "Get the fuck out of you!
Out of here, you fruit!"
I was like, that. Talk about a guy who can't read a fucking room,
right?
Ian,
I'm yelling, read the room.
You don't even get mad that much in public, but you were fucking furious, and he had to insist on saying goodbye to you. I was like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. My God. I hope I was going to hope you're going to take it out on him or something.
Yeah, no, got to be the jolly owner of the company.
Yeah, that was the thing, because you were the face of the company. All right, so I'll let you go, but so what are you going to do with the drinking? Were you drinking the other night? You seemed a little when you were showing the guns, were you drinking that night?
Yeah. I was having a few Duvel Belgian beers, and the holidays, a little wine. But, I wind down with my club soda on the weekdays. But the holidays,
Yeah, you got to. But are you worried that? I mean, you have the drinking all under control, and you'd rather stay alive than drink.
Nah, I'd rather drink. No, it's medically sound. My doctor told me I could imbibe a little bit of alcohol, not as like I was. I can't be slamming shots with the likes of Bisconte anymore.
What did Dr. Steve say about the whole thing?
Dr. Steve, he concurs. You know, the drinking was getting crazy because I would show up at Sullivan's before the show, and people knew I would do my show prep there. So they started showing up to do a shot with me, and they'd come back to the table that I would be at and do some shots. Then Geno's show would end. So Geno would come in and more shots. This is before I even start my show.
Right.
And then I get to the studio and somebody's there. And if it was Wednesday, Gavin, and we're doing shots, and then constant beers. Like beers were constantly. Yeah. And that wasn't even just at Sullivan's and then the show. I leave, go home, play video games, and the fridge was full of beer. And it didn't stop until, I'd take a swig, the last swig of the beer, and then go to bed. So it was just a lot of drinking. So, that obviously is off the table.
I always say it was because of what happened was because of the schedule. Because once Geno became full-time before you at 4:00, because before I was there, and then Geno and Aaron were in the morning. So you wouldn't see Geno as much. But once you saw Geno every day and his show was the lead into your show, then it was the end of it. Because listen, I've gotten drunk with Geno. Geno's like a fun drunk, and it's hard to say no to Geno.
Yes,
because he loves to be, he loves Sullivan's, and he loves having the party over there and the fans
loud, center of attention.
So you're like a Debbie Downer if you don't accept the shot.
Right. Yeah. So, nothing a drunk hates more than someone that won't drink with them.
Right, especially if you're his best friend.
Yeah, if you go, no, I'm not having one today, you look and go like, oh, what? You're so fucking special? You cannot drink and I have to? You're like, oh, okay. I'll do it.
That just reminds me of the fact that you were there when Pat Dixon walked in. I punched Geno.
Oh, I saw it. I was
watching. You were like 10, 15 feet away, right?
Yeah, I was at the back table. They were at the back corner of the bar. So, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I thought it was a bit. Did you think
you were like seeing things or something?
Yeah, I didn't know how to process it. I thought it was a bit at first. And then I saw Geno like bleeding from the mouth.
This is a good bit.
This is a great bit. Wow, these guys really take it to the limit. Would you use a little razor blade like the wrestlers?
He's going to get a chair and smash it over.
Yeah, chair over the head. Oh, my God, King. Geno's bleeding. What a slobber knocker this has turned into.
That must have been incredible to be there.
It was.
It's like being there for JFK or whatever. It's like you can't even believe this is actually happening.
I know. It was crazy. And I didn't even have fucking Gavin to fire Pat with. So I had to do that myself. Or I think actually E-Rock might have done it, but it was under my guidance. I extorted him into doing that. Yeah. For the people viewing, thank you for your support. If you do support me in any way, shape, or form, and Compound Media on YouTube, Anthony Cumia on X, and Anthony Cumia on Rumble. Kevin, great time hanging out, laughing with you.
Okay, when do you go back to work?
Next Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, week. I got New Year's.
I know. No, that was my favorite part of working at Compound Media. Would be like, hey, we're going to be closed for the next 2 weeks over Christmas and New Year's, but you don't get paid. I'm like,
oh, no.
So can't buy any Christmas presents for the little tykes?
Geno got paid.
Twice. All right, Anthony, great job. I love you, buddy.
I love it, man. Kevin, be well. Happy New Year to you and your family, man.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy.
Bye.